All right, welcome back to the channel, Duty's Daggers, and I just want to do a quick intro to the cut test today. We are cutting with the Kunwu Padre. This was very nicely and generously lent to me by a viewer named Oliver, among a few other knives that you'll see on the channel in the next week. And this is one of them, and I was really excited to check it out and cut with it, especially after handling it. This is my favorite Kunwu. This is the Kunwu that calls to me the most, and I'm so sad that I missed out on the pre-order or the Kickstarter, whatever it was, the drop. I don't know how they did it, but whatever it was, I saw it, I wanted it, I couldn't afford it at the time, and the opportunity's gone. They're sold out everywhere. I hope they come back because this is an incredible knife, and you'll see in a minute here that it cuts incredibly well too. But super unique blade shape, but very useful. Fits your hand like an absolute glove. I mean, just so comfortable and locked in feeling. Everything about it. I just love everything about it. The blade steel here is Vanex. And, yeah, Vanex. Crazy smooth action. The front flipper works perfectly. The reverse flick is very nice. You know, deployments are tuned very well. I mean, gosh, this thing is good. So freaking good. All right, let's get out there and cut with it. All right, here we go. So excited to cut with this thing. It's always nice when you get a unique blade shape that's that you've never kind of tried before. It's just a new experience. Always fun. Factory edge is nice and sharp. Nice and thin behind the edge too. Real nice and thin. Get on my old cut-proof glove here. We're just going to jump right to the triple thickness double wall cardboard. Not even going to mess with the regular thin stuff. We're just jumping right in to the beefy crab. The beefy crab. There we go. Slipped out there for a second. Just getting kind of used to the feel of the knife. But once I got it, I didn't slip out again. That was the only time, so I don't think it's an issue. Really slicey, man. I mean, this sliced much better than I thought it would be. Than I thought it would. It's just, you know, it's a pretty big knife, but the blade stock's thin, and it's a broad blade with a full flat grind, so it's got a lot of time to nicely and gradually taper down to a pretty darn thin measurement behind the edge. So yeah, it slices really well, and it's got the choke up spot, the forward finger choil. So your finger's there guarding the choil from the cardboard being able to slip in there and snag and stop your cut. Utility cutting, check this out. So I can get the tip down and then rock all the way back. Pretty much use that whole edge. I could rock down that full edge, which is going to come in handy here in a minute. But for utility cutting, you got to raise up pretty high to get to the tip. You know, there's a lot of belly to get around. But it's not awful. It's definitely not too bad. You know, as I always say, if I was doing, 100 feet of utility cutting, I wouldn't grab this knife, but a day-to-day cutter for utility cutting, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. And this is the thick stuff too, the thick cardboard, so not too shabby at all. Let's do some curves, some turns. Yeah, we got a few places that I didn't cut all the way through, but not horrible. And that's the worst you're going to see this knife perform in the entire video. It really wasn't bad. So let's get to some food prep style cutting down on a cutting board kind of thing. Let's roll up this leather glove here, cut some leather. Make some sushi rolls. Yeah, just what I suspected. You get the tip down and you roll back, and it just cuts it. It just cuts. Having that nice, gradual, deep belly is just really nice for this kind of cutting. It's really satisfying too. It's almost like a sheep's foot. It's a sheep's foot with belly, but also a pointy tip, which is really cool. Rubber tubing. I mean, like a carrot. Look at that. Like a carrot. Really, really nice. Let's try some thicker rubber tubing. I'm going to try to pierce the tip in. Definitely went right in. So that's one method to cut this stuff, but it's not the best. You'll see here in a minute. With this kind of knife, you can do that. You have enough edge and the right shaped blade that you can do that. Just like we did on the smaller tubing. Start with the tip, rock back. Cecil rope. Cecil rope. Same thing. Starting the tip, rocking back, and it chops. No leftover strands clinging on. Just clean cuts and quick. You can do it quickly because it's just cutting that easily and effortlessly. Very, very good. What's next? The zip ties. Back by popular demand, the zip tie test. I've got 5 zip ties here, looped through a piece of wood, and I'm going to pop them. I'm going to pop these babies. Bam. Bam. Bang. Bang. Bong. So easy. I think I might have to get heavy duty zip ties because it's almost too easy. Just breezes right through them. And lastly, the heavy duty 2-inch ratchet strap material. Interested to see how this blade's going to do, We might slip out a little prematurely, but let's see. Okay, not bad at all. About 3/4 of the way through. I feel like I did slip out a little bit. It's just the nature of the belly here. You kind of, you just slip out before the blade has a chance to really get all the way through. About exactly the same on the second time. So that's fine. I view that as a pass. 3/4 of the way through, the strap is good for this kind of blade shape. And let's see how this Vanex did. Back to the paper. Oh yeah, we are still nicely cutting paper. It's definitely dulled a little. Going fast, you could still definitely slice paper, but if you go slow, not quite as easy. So let's give it a quick strop and kind of see how it responds to the strop. This thing's just really a pleasure to cut with. I need one. I need one badly. If any of you see that there are some that become available at any point, send me a message on Instagram, please. They're about $300, I believe, which I think is really a fantastic deal for this. Back to the paper after the strop. Oh yeah. Very, very nice. Nice slow cuts that you can do now. Yeah. Kunwu is known for doing a great job, hardening their blades, heat treating their blades. So It's no surprise that this Vanex seems to be done very well. And that's one of the other reasons that I love Kunwu so much. That's it, folks. That is it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alright, please like the video before you head out, folks. I would appreciate it. And make sure you're subscribed while you're over there, while you're down there. And I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty? Alright. Adios.